Hello everyone. Tonight I'm trying to tick off a ChessDojo task. It is achieving a puzzle survival score of 49, I think. Was it 49? Yes. So we try right away and yeah, let's go. White to move. And I have to do some scene adjusting here, otherwise the board is just way too large. Yes, that is nice. And then I need to set this up in OBS. Take a look at that. So yeah, we'll see how this will go. Hold on. Yeah, I think this is good for a start. Okay, I think this is good for a start, and we just go. Hold on. So it's a white to move, and it is a checkmate on e8. Okay, black to move, and it is a checkmate on rook takes f3. Black to move, and it is just running through the pawn. Black to move, and it is taking the queen. Black to move, and it is taking the pawn and running. White to move, it is checkmate on f8. Black to move, it is checkmate on g2. It is not checkmate on g2 because of the rook, so I better pay attention, of course. But why not take with the... oh god, hold on. Yeah, just take with the rook and take with the other rook, and then it's done. Yes. Okay, white to move. Take on f7 with the queen, and then f8 and f8, and we should be good. Okay, let's go. So check, check, and hold on. Checkmate. So how is this done? Check. Same thing. Okay. Check, check, and check. Okay. Black to move. Again, same thing. Check, check, and check. Mate. White to move. Checkmate queen on f5. No, it's not a checkmate because of king to... well, king h5, but the pawn should do the rest. Yes, black to move. Taking the rook looks alright. Check. Yes, only one move for the white king to h2, then check with the queen on f4, and we're a king, we're a rook up. Yes. Black to move. Black to move. Okay, so black to move. Oh, it's the same old stuff. It's check, check, and checkmate. White to move. White to move. White to move. Rook to e2 looks promising. Absolute pin and win. Yup. White to move. Looks also right. Knight b5, check. King has to retreat. Oh, if he retreats to a8 or b8, it's a checkmate with the rook on f8. But he can go to d7, and that's why we have to do the same thing, but with knight on c5 to stop the king from running away. So it's a check and a checkmate. White to move. Looks easy, I think. It's a check on h7 with the queen, and the king has to go to f8, and a checkmate with the queen on f7. White to move. The rook is protected by the queen. So I think it's a check with the queen on f7. He could block it with the rook, but that is a checkmate with the queen on g7. So he has to go away with the king, and then I can take the rook. Oh, I think that's all right. Okay, let's go. White to move. Okay, so the retreating square b7 is taken by the bishop. So I need to get the knight on d8 out of the way, and then just do a double check with the rooks. Okay. Black to move. Check on h1. The bishop has to stop it, and checkmate. Yes. White to move, and So what do we have here? White to move. It is Queen C8 check and checkmate after taking the bishop on D8. Next one, black to move. Black to move. First, check the checks. There is no check, but I can take the queen. So why don't I just take the queen? Can be retaken, doesn't matter. Looked like the best move. So just do it. Now I think king to e7 is the best. Otherwise I go, if I put the pawn in front of the here, he could take the bishop here, yeah. Correct. So 21 already. And was it really 49 that I need to take? So I think it was 49 and no, 46. Okay, it was 46 and I already have 21, but it gets more difficult, of course, with each puzzle. So yeah, let's see. So what is needed here? Black to move. Check and check doesn't do anything. I think I'm allowed to do 2 mistakes, and the third mistake is the, well, end of this puzzle survival run. You notice I don't do this very often. I think putting a rook on the 6th rank, attacking the other rook, is okay. Because we're up 1 pawn and then trading down material, and yeah, I think that should be fine. But what happens if I put the king to b7? Then of course the rook needs to go to c5. I cannot take it because of the pin from the rook on the b file. This is probably super easy and I will laugh afterwards, but those are the kind of puzzles where I think, strange. So I just go with the normal procedure. Checks, takes, threads. So check, he takes, I take, check. King needs to go out of the way. And then I have free rook move. Well, well. Then the same thing happens, but I'm not pinned anymore. So that is probably the best way to go here. Yes. Now this. And now that. Yes. And now I can take. Well done. All right. So white to move. White to move, which means I can give a check. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Yes. Check with the queen on d7. King has only one square to go to. That is b8. I check on e8. Only thing for him to do is to put the knight in between, and he's done. Okay. Looks good. Also done. White to move. Only 23 more to go. We're at halftime here. Okay, the checkmate on h8 is prevented by the bishop on c3. So can I get rid of that one? Nope. Yeah, but what I can do, of course, is knight checks on e7. Only one square to go for the king. That is g7. And it's checkmate on h6 with the queen. White to move. It's checkmate queen f7, isn't it? Yes, it is. Black to move. It looks like queen takes the pawn on g3. The pawn on h2 is pinned, and next move is checkmate on h2, the queen. If he tries to prevent it with the rook, I just take the rook. That is my best guess here. Let's go. Okay. So, black to move. Black to move, and that is First do the checks. Check on h2 leads to nothing. Then it's the takes. I can take the rook on e1. Two, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, and then we're equal in material at least. Now he's up with a rook against the knight. So is there something else that I can do? Usually I think there is, but what? I don't know. Let's check again. Oh, what happens with the queen on g3? Well, queen on g3, of course, threatens a checkmate on h3. He would have to get his queen to h2 to prevent it. But if well, it's still kind of okay, because if I go queen g3, then he can only stop the checkmate with the queen on g2, and then I can just take the rook on e1 with the queen check, and so he cannot take the knight. So I believe that's my best guess. Again, let's check. So here, check. Cannot go out of the way. Cannot take. And so yeah, I believe that's the best move. But that's too tricky for somewhere around 1400, I think. We see. Yes, worked. Okay. Black to move. What is it? I think it is just taking the queen, because the pawn is pinned. Yup, that seems to be it. Okay, that was easy. The other one, the one before, was not so easy. So, just give it another try. And that is white to move. Taking the rook, and then the pawn on g4. He takes, take, g4, king c5, h5. Yeah, that should work. So let's go. Is that fast enough? I never know. I cannot get his pawn, so it should be good, yes. And now I just run. Take? No, I just run. And then I'm faster. Ah, I should have taken. Oh, that was too fast. Yeah, just take it. I mean, it's the same square and I'm one away from the king. I'll take a look afterwards. Okay. So, next one. Just think, Jan. I start getting angry about these kind of stuff, but that's what it is. Okay, so let's think here. Black to move. It's black to move. Okay. Rook takes h2 check. Only one thing to do. It's for the king to take. And then rook h8 check, and mate only prevented by the queen, but can also be taken. So that should be good. Check, check, done. Okay. Black to move. It's a checkmate on h2, so I need to get rid of the defender. Not the defender, but the piece on h3, the bishop. But where to go? I think f1 is a nice choice, because if he tries to prevent the checkmate with the rook, then I can just take. If he takes with the king, I just wait a sec. So if I go here and he goes there, I go there, he goes there, check, and he is not. Yeah, that will be good enough, I think. But wait. Way better is to just attack the queen. Queen f, yeah, bishop f5. The queen cannot stop the checkmate on. Yeah, I think that's the better way. Good. So 30 already, only 16 more to go, and they will become more difficult each time. So, black to move. This looks too easy, but I just get rid of the defender of the g2 square, that is the knight, it's check. He has to take with the rook, and then I give him a checkmate. Easy. White to move. White to move, it's checkmate on queen takes a7. But why should that one be harder than the rest? the ones that we had before. Is there something I'm overseeing? It's white to move, and it is checkmate. I don't see anything else, so I just do it and see. That was not 1800. Black to move. I think a check on East E2 with the hold on. So check on E2 with the knight. He can take with the queen, I takes, and we're good. So he has to retreat with the king to h1. Then of course it is checkmate if I take the rook, but I need to get the knight out of the way with a threat. What is the threat? It could be check on g3, but then he could take, or take with the h pawn and has a retreat square. But I want something. But again, he also has a threat on g7 if his knight goes out of the way. So was that already the correct idea? Oh, sorry. Well, a better idea is to just check him with the queen. f1, check. He has to take, and then it is checkmate on c1 with the rook. Because that is the better one. Got it. White to move. It looks like it is take with the king. What happens then? That was my intuitive first move. Let's just check every single one. So if he comes up with the pawn, I can take, he takes. Yeah, I think that's the only natural move, but I cannot explain why. I try to calculate it through hard coding here, hard. Okay, so I take. I already got e5 out of the way, so he shouldn't go away with the king. Take, here, take. There, I can move over, okay. Yeah, that's the best move. And okay, and now I just bring up the king. He has to defend his pawn here. I go here and then I can take this one. Yes, that should work out. But still scary. I mean, yes. Yes, it should work out. And now we have the position that we are striving for in these endgames. The king's in opposition and the pawn right behind our king. And that is a winning position. That's what we're striving for. Alright, so done. And next one comes up, and that is black to move. 34, okay, so black to move. Concentration. It looks rather easy, I say. It's check on d5. He has to take. We take with the king and then we can run through. But he can also run through with his pawn on h4. So who wins the race? Take, take, take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have both queens again, but we won a pawn. Is that enough to win? Nope. So is there something else? What happens if I just move the pawn up right away? I hate these games, these end games. Okay, the problem here is that he can check us if we don't take on d5. And then we have to run. But I still think that's a good idea. So I think best move here is b3. b3, is that the best move? b3. Just in case if you're wondering why I always take a look over here, I have two monitors and the monitor with the chats is here. So I'm still looking if there's someone in chat, but it's not. So still, this is tricky and hard. Yeah, if I check on d5, take, he has a move and is faster queening than I am. So if I go b3, he needs to check me or take. If he takes, I take, and that pawn is protected by the queen so far. And my intuition now says, well, not my intuition was first take, but the second best move was after I ruled out basically bishop, queen takes d5, is pawn b3, just b3. So how can I run away? I go b3. He's not taking, he's checking me. So what are the options to check? On f6 and f8. f6. If he plays f6, what do I do? I need to run away. f6. If I go d7, he just goes check on e6. I need to run away. One step further down. So it's difficult and I'm tired, as you know. It is 20 past 10 p.m. here. My eyes are already falling down. So it's the first time that I really do the puzzle survival, and I will do this more often, as it's really, to me it's exciting if you're relaxed and have time to think. But here I am kind of tired and lack the willpower to calculate everything through. So I go with my second intuition here, and that is b3 instead of exchanging. We'll see. Wrong. I was wrong, so probably the other one. Okay, so black to move, and what is it? I have a free take on the queen, but nope, because I'm in check. So the question here is how to prevent that check. So we have several ways to prevent check or to get out of check. One is to capture the checking piece. There's no way to do that, so that is ruled out. Then we can put something into the way or move away with the king. So we first start with the moving out of the way. Oh, sorry. Here it's e7, queen checks on b4. and I need to run away. My first idea here is to put the pawn on c6. It's blocked. If he takes, I'll take, and then he needs to do something with the queen. Otherwise, will get taken. So then he lost bishop, and his rook is also hanging. So I think that is a nice way to do it, by attacking. Yes, that's my reasoning here. So attacking the bishop with the pawn on c6. If it's over, it's over. Yep. And now I should be able to take the queen. And if he takes, I take the bishop afterwards. Is that correct? Should be. Is there something better? Better, better, better. No, I think it's good. So let's go. Solved. Nice. Okay, so then we have the next one, white to move, and I just check there's somebody in the Twitch chat. So let's see. Chat. Podcaster and users. Okay, so again, back to the puzzle. 35 and it's white to move. What to do? Is he threatening something? Yes, he's threatening to take my pawn. So getting it a little bit to safety is of course f7. This might work. c8. The retreating square on g7 is still being taken care of by the pawn. And it's a checkmate. So what other best moves does he have after I put my knight on e6? Can check me, leads to nothing. He can take my bishop. What else is there to prevent it? He could go king to g8. If he does that, I check him. He goes to f 7. Check on f7. Only one square to go. It's the g8 square. Then I go check on h6. Also, if he goes back to h8, he's mated by my rook. And now do it again. Check. King g8. Check. Only the way to go is on. Works out pretty well, so I think it's check with the knight. Now check, and now the mate. Nice. 36, 10 more to go. 10 more to go. Yes, this should work. So, rook takes a3, check. And if he takes with the pawn, which is his only move, the pawn is protected by the rook. Okay, so let's try again. It's a check on a3. Check. He can take, and if he takes, I just go, now I see it, queen to c2. But that is not a check, so he has a free move. But he cannot put me into check. Take. Yeah, that should be fine. He cannot put me in check, and he also cannot. Well, wait. No. Yeah, I think it's the best move, so. Go here, bam, now the queen. And now take the queen, alright. So, 37, 9 more to go. 9 more to go. Okay. Looks easy out of the box, but we have the protector of e8 with the bishop, so we probably have to. Oh, scary. Okay, my idea here is to go for the queen. A8, check. If he puts something in between, like the rook, I can just take with the queen on f8 and have a checkmate. So he needs to take with the bishop. And if he takes with the bishop, I do the same thing with the rook now, putting it on e8. Yes, it should work. Nice. White to move. Hmm. Let's go again. Can I give a check? Yes, I can. So it's check. He takes with the rook. I give him a check. He goes back. Now I can give... Oh, that looks nice. Okay, I think I got it. So we start with the check. Check. No, too early, too fast. But what was it? Well, it's a number one all time, which is nice. We have number one this week, of course, number one today, so that is something I can build on, of course. But I really would like to find out what were the solutions here. So I just click on it again. Can you still see it? Yes, you can. So again, this was moved. I was taking. And now I thought it would be great with the queen to check. He had to go with the rook in between on e8. Then I could just give him another check with the pawn. He's forced to... no, he has king f7. So king f7 was not too smart, and that's the reason why. So, but what is better than now? Hmm. There's no other check. So now it's looking for a take. So if I take, he has to take with the king, but nowhere to go here. I don't know, I'm tired, so I'm just looking for a hint here. Still a queen move. So, but what? It's not take. Ah. And now I just take the queen. But I still think that my solution, let's take a look, take. If I go here, yeah, the reason is that he could run away with the king. I didn't calculate that. Okay, I understand. That, of course, is correct. So then we start with the other one that I did wrong. And was it really take here? Yes, it was. But now I take, and now the y. Let's go. Nope, it's not. Here I don't. It's this one. Yes. Yes, and this one, of course, brings me to the one. That's my fault. Now I got it. Okay, I always thought if I take, he retakes, I take, and then he just. Okay. Check, check, check. And then I would go just here, h5. I go there. He says I don't care. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, yes, makes sense. I didn't think of b6, b3 after the exchange. I was just thinking of running through with the pawn. Okay, my fault, but I hope I learned something. And of course, that is correct. Now we have the final one, and that was the 1599. Yes, white to move from here to there. And my idea had been taking the rook, and I still believe that's good because that was not the error, was it? Yes, and now I was bringing this one up. And now I played h5, and that was wrong. But again, I don't know why. Was it wrong? No, that was fine. And now I remember, I went here, but isn't it the same result? Like I go pawn g5 and pawn g5. He runs here. Dum, 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 dum. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's the same. And here it's also the same, but my pawn is ending up on the h8 square, promoting to a queen and looking at h1. So that's of course winning then. Yes. Didn't think of these little things, and that is wrong, of course. Well, good. Okay, so that was a nice result, 38. So now I need to put it into the ChessDojo training program. That's me here. So I just go to the tactics. Here we have achieve a puzzle score of 46. And again, I achieved 38 tonight. I put it in. Plus 38. my comment is, well, no comment. So I think I just put in the session time, and that was 1 hour and 5 minutes. Interesting that it takes so long. But now I update it, and it's done and all good. So now I have only 8 more missing, and yeah, that's all good. So for me it has been a very nice stream, although I was so tired at the end, because I really need to concentrate more on the dojo tasks. I was playing a lot of Blitz lately and doing other stuff, and so yeah, that's all good. And with that, I just end the stream and wish you all a very good night and sleep well, of course. Okay, bye bye.